Look, Mike's muted. Everyone. There we go.
I was just saying you go long on the intros. I like it.
Well, I forgot to turn it off for a second. I was doing something. What's up, everyone?
Brandon, awesome.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, yo.
How's it going, man?
It's going okay.
Cool.
I had a bad back that kept me from showing up I guess 2 weeks ago, and I'm kind of having some weird things, but we won't talk about it.
All right. Well,
I feel like I'm becoming gluten intolerant, and that would really suck.
I've been there on both of the things. This is not a picnic.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here, Brandon. So, a couple of things. There was an announcement. The Verve Vault was announced. I have an article up here that we can review the titles. I think that could be fun. And then I think we're going to have other guests join. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. So what's up?
Sweet.
Other guests join.
Oh, maybe we can get a poll.
Oh.
What? What was that? No poll?
I like polls.
Trademark.
Who cares what he says?
It's going to shift the winds of anything.
Well, no, it's data to talk about. Come on, man. Shift anything. Who gives a shit?
Yes. Come on, Mike. Give us the
There it
I
is.
care
There
if
it
I
is.
shift anything.
Trademarked.
Oh, Jazz Bomb polling. Can you bring that up again, Chris?
Yes.
So hold on. We got something covered. So,
Jazz Bomb put a onesie in their merch store.
Jazz Bomb polling is for entertainment only. It does not reflect official data or endorsements. Thank you, Chris. All right, so we could do. So I was thinking of a poll. I was thinking about the Muse reissue series that Zev Feldman's producing.
Mm-hmm.
We could put those titles in and see what people think. You know.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. All right, I'll set that up, Chris.
What?
Lead the convo.
Get any records, Rob?
A nice fat stack. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, while Mike's setting up the poll, we'll do that.
So here's an interesting one to tail into the poll. So I've seen these before. These are sort of Catalyst twofers that came out in 2010 on Porter Records, which no longer exists. They went out of business 2014. Some DJ dude started it. I don't know how legit these are, but there are 2 records in each. There's volume 1 and volume 2. They call them the complete recordings. So I guess they have all 4 Catalyst records. So the first one, this one, here's the cover. There they all are posing. Is the first one Catalyst, which I have a OGA got not too long ago. And based on their interview with Zev, I had what I thought was a Scorpio nonsense, but I guess that's legit. And then Perception, which I believe is the Catalyst record that's coming out as a Jazz Dispensary title in November. Okay. And then the second one is Unity, and then their last record, A Tear and a Smile. These are not gatefold. They just crammed both records inside.
Oh.
There's no supplemental material. The label. I have not listened to these. I just found them today. And there's the nondescript label. So kind of cool, though.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen those.
I've seen these before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they range on Discogs from like 30 to 125.
Ooh.
People there are not many available, and they're trying to get as much money as they can. I did not pay anywhere near what people are trying to buy these for, but I'll listen to them and let people know what they sound like.
That's cool.
This is really cool. So, unlike the CT series, there were several unreleased LT series. Sorry, there were several Blue Note records that were released in Japan between 1979 and sometime in the early 80s. Like I know
79 to 83 are the Kings.
Okay, so this Freedom is 79. I've seen the Music Matters version, but I just listened to this and it's killer.
Yeah.
Killer. So seems like there are 2 different sessions. The first one is with Stanley Tarantine, Herbie Hancock, Ben Tucker, Bill English, and Ray Barbardo.
Ray
And,
Barretto.
Sorry. See, I can't pronounce anything. Sheldon Powell. This is very good. It really is. And then I have had this on my want list in Discogs, and I found a copy today. Rockaway Records here in LA, which is appointment only. They were open for everyone to come in, and they had like 20% off under $30 and 10% off everything else. This is an OG mono pressing on a blue Trident. It's good.
It looks sweet.
It was recorded in Europe, so it's not a Van Gelder. So
Good players
What's the
on
title? Booker, was it a title?
Setting the Pace.
Setting the Pace.
And anything Booker Irvin's on, I think he just pushes everyone to play hard and stuff. That's what that is.
Mhm.
This was an interesting record. I think I might have seen this once before. Steve Coleman with 5 Elements. Death to the Crack Dealers, which we're all behind, right? That should have been the poll. This is a promo, and it's interesting. It's on this label, Pangea. But this was distributed in the U.S. on IRS Records. Kind of cool.
That's crazy because IRS did like the Cramps and Dead
and
Kennedys.
REM. But the lineup on here is pretty cool. And Jerry Allen's on this.
Oh shit!
Cassandra Wilson. So I've not listened to this yet. This is cool.
Did it come with a free 40 EZ form in it?
Yeah, actually, there's some crack in it. No. But this is translucent vinyl. It looks like, I don't know if this label's sort of involved with the Antibes, because it kind of gives that vibe from the same label. So I don't know. I become weird friends with the record store owners, and we chat. So I said, do you got anything under the table at this one store? And he goes, well, I have this janky copy of Mode for Joe. I think it came out with this label with no key, like in the transition, right? This plays really nicely. I mean, it has marks on it and stuff, but it plays pretty good. So he gave me this for free.
Wow. Is that a mono? Is that mono?
No, stereo.
Okay.
He wouldn't give me a mono for free. Come on, man. This I found yesterday. I thought I had it, but I did not. Kick-ass record. And it's basically they're playing standards. It's not crazy. And it's on this paddle wheel, Japanese label. And it was recorded digitally, but it sounds amazing.
Man, Reggie Workman, dude.
It's from 1984. Okay. I'll go quick because I'm almost done. This was originally released as a Manhattan Records. I don't know how they factor into all this. This is the U.S., but it looks the same as the French. ZT's Blues, and it is really good. I'm surprised they didn't put this out yet as a tone poet or something.
What is Manhattan Records? Didn't they?
I don't.
Does somebody know?
Maybe it was a division of Capitol. Maybe
I think some of the Japanese pressings that Kuskuna co-produced was with Manhattan and then the Japanese company.
This is one of the cases where I think this is basically a Grant Green record. You know what I mean? Okay. Kind of shines on this, so it's awesome.
Yeah, Paul Chambers, come on.
Yeah, it's really good. But you know what? Usually, I kind of like these DMM pressings. It kind of, I think we're spoiled with what we get now, and you kind of feel like this needs to be remastered. It probably will sound much better. It kind of has a flatness at the tip of it. You know what I mean? But it's great music. It's about the music, stupid, isn't it?
Loon.
That's what she said.
I found 2 of these. Did anyone sort of knock these Ken McIntyre steeplechase records?
Anybody what?
Knock them they didn't think they were that good. This record screams. It is so good.
Only morons would say that.
I said that there was one record where half of it's great and half of it's kind of crappy.
I think I had that one.
I still said it was worth getting.
Yeah.
This is more avant-garde. The second side it gets a little freer, and it's really good. And I think of the two, this might be the more desirable one. It's a trio, but this one I have not listened to yet, and has a killer lineup on it.
And
So
Freddie
how-
Workman.
So these are OG steeplechases, and one has a Rick Ballard sticker on it.
I just have the
Yeah.
one. I have the hindsight. I have hindsight and then introducing the vibration.
I think he did
So-
four. He did
So
four.
here, I have them up here, Rob. You look.
Okay,
So he has this one,
the
Sextet
best
introducing the vibrations.
That's
There's Kenny with Kenny Drew, and then
yeah, I have that.
I think this might be some European players here. I've had Axel Real on something.
Alex Stevens.
He's on.
Oh, sorry. And then there's another one that's not showing here. Let me go back because I had another one, and Brandon, I think it's the one you were saying is like half good.
That was open. I think it's either Hindsight or Open Horizon is the one that I thought was like, it was almost like great song and then kind of mediocre and then great, kind of went back and forth. It's one of those two.
The best one is, I don't have that one. I don't.
And then he has that big one on New Jazz too that's fairly expensive. With
The big group one is the best one.
Is Dolphy on that too?
Dolphy's on that one on
Oh,
New
yeah,
Jazz.
I'd love to have that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
they
I have
reissued
like
it. They
yeah.
came out as an
I have a
So
blue
this one.
trident of it. It's right there on the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I haven't picked it up yet. It's a new OJC just came out.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is available.
It's good.
So it's got Walter Bishop
one-
Jr. and Art Taylor,
Mm.
Sam Jones. So
Very
old school
Dolphy.
group, old school group for
Nice.
sure. Then this
That
one,
year,
Stone Blue. This one, I don't know any of the players besides him on this. So Paul Morrison, yeah, Dizzy Sal, not too sure who they are.
What label's on Prestige?
That's a New Jazz or Prestige.
Okay.
Yeah.
have that-
Anyway,
I have that
This is
way
good.
out one, and that's a
Mhm.
good one.
okay. When did?
But it's him with like an orchestration, but it's good.
Okay. So he died in 2001.
It's cool that he died in 2001.
Yeah, no, that's not cool.
I don't know if anyone has this one. I've been kind of looking for it, and I found a Japanese pressing. It's a live show. It's Hannibal Marvin Peterson. I don't know the players on it, but it's like avant-garde, free jazzy live. Michael Carvin.
Yeah, I don't see that one around.
And then this is Cheap Heat. So does anyone know this record?
Nope.
Chris Heath, Art Blakey, Duke Jordan. We keep
So
moving
this
around.
version is Cheap Heat. It's
Oh.
it's a reissue of the Savoy. It's Duke Jordan trio and quartet. Like
Okay.
it says Duke Jordan, like all
Oh,
across.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Right. So this is
Um,
like an '86 reissue.
It's the record. The original is red and black text and like white.
I think it has green in it. It's like a dark cover, yellow, green. It's the same going across it, and it's like him in the center at the bottom.
Is that so? That's an early. Is that late 50s or is it 60s?
It is 1955.
Okay.
And here's the lineup on it.
Rudy.
Cecil Payne, nice.
Yeah,
That's interesting lineup.
and then I showed this on mine. I found it in OG in stellar condition with the booklet, everything, and it sounds good. Styrene. I did the mic test. I plucked the end of it and heard the sound, but this kills. It really is very good.
I think it's
Sun Ra's on that.
I think that's a cool record.
You
Yeah.
told me, Mike, it's a Sun Ra song that's not.
Yeah. So
Right.
unless it came out as the second Delmark, it definitely didn't come out on the actual transition title back in 56 or whatever.
Okay.
Right.
Here's the booklet. So here's my question about this. There is one song with John Coltrane on it, right?
Okay.
I guess they gave away something and someone tore that out. It was like a free T-shirt or something. I'm trying to find the song with the. So this
How
one,
many pages is that booklet? It looks pretty thick.
it has parts of the Bible on it. I don't know. It was like 15, 20 pages. But here's the one, and it does smell kind of musty. This Train Strain.
Mhm.
What album is that on?
Let me see if I could find it.
Train Strain?
Go to work.
Yeah, and John
Yeah.
Coltrane plays on it.
Yeah. Yeah. While I look this up, I've been listening to the early Duke Jordan on Signal. He has a title on Signal that is pretty interesting. It's early. I mean, it's early years. He sounds, of like a younger,
Here, I'll show you the tracks.
early led trio.
You got Spring a Little Taste. That's the Sun Ra.
Yep.
Crazy Rhythm, Donald Byrd. Backstreet's Back.
It's a great comp.
It is. It really is. The songs flow together really well.
I
So-
messed up. I found it at a convention for $50 once in Charlotte, and I didn't pull the trigger on it, and now I haven't been able to find it since.
I found it for $23.
Heck yeah.
And I had to do some repairs to it. By the way, Tom Rashawn, if anyone knows who Tom is, he's a cool dude.
Mhm. Yeah.
He told me to get this to do repairs to your records, and it works awesome.
Oh, okay.
So use this to repair your record jacket.
Don't think it's going to help your wardrobe, though.
No.
I have a glue stick for like European stuff.
I tried sniffing it and I couldn't get high.
It's not the right kind of glue for that, man.
I don't know if anyone. This is that Real Gone reissue from 4 years ago.
What is this? What tells me this is?
It's sort of like funk. It's funk. I don't know. Funk soul jazz.
Okay.
It's a very desirable record. If you ever see OGs in a store, they're on the wall.
Does it have a name?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, dude.
Probably like a $300-$400
Heroes of the
record minimum.
Apocalypse.
I thought it said headless. I thought it said headless herpes of the apocalypse for a second.
Well, that's where your mind is.
Yeah.
It's Harry Whitaker. That's the main guy.
Okay.
But you got the dude from Malas Vitaris from Weather Report, right?
Yeah.
No.
Miroslav Vicious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Playing bass.
Yeah.
Zana,
Alphonse Bozon.
Oh yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Political funk.
Miroslav had some good solo records too.
And then
Yep.
in preparation of whatever, I found an original mode, and I found something interesting about this one. So this is really Peter Nero, if you know Peter Nero, who's still alive. I think he's in his 90s, maybe. This is his first record. There's the
Why did you
trio.
go by Bernie?
I don't know. But
he was born Bernard Nero. That's why.
and there's the label, and it's pretty clean. So sounds
They
good.
spelled his name wrong on there too. Weird. He's been dead for a year.
All right, Disco Devil, the heavily sampled.
Well, hold on. Brandon, do you have any Mode records?
Mode? What do you mean?
Yeah. The
label
label Mode.
What
They
is
look
it?
like these.
Oh, I used to. I had the Art Pepper one, and I sold
Okay.
it.
Okay.
The one that you can easily get is the Vibe piano player. What's his name?
Oh,
who died in a car
Victor
accident.
Feldman.
No.
Victor Feldman.
Victor Feldman.
No, well, the Victor Feldman too, because they're also available on Imperial.
Oh, Eddie Costa.
Eddie
Costa, yeah.
Costa. That Eddie Costa record is available like in 5 different labels.
I think I've got 3 of them.
The Mode one I see all the time.
Yeah, there's a Stan Levy one that's
Yeah, thank you, Patrick.
you see everywhere too.
Yeah.
On the
This
Mode.
I've shown this before, but this is Eddie Costa, The House of the Blue Lights. Highest recommendation. Listen to the first track on this. It will blow your socks off. It's incredible.
What if I'm
shit.
not wearing something?
Totally different than the Mode stuff.
Okay,
And then I
check
think
it out.
he died shortly after.
Did it kill him?
It was like 3 in a row. Scott LaFaro, Booker Little, and Eddie Costa all died in car accidents.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's an incredible record.
You have the CD
So-
there?
Yeah, I have the CD. The original is like $100, probably more.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Dot, the Dot
Yeah.
label.
I think I've seen it.
There's a VG for $100.
Yeah.
There's near
I
mint
think
one was $400 for, which is never going to happen.
Is it
That's
stereo? Is it stereo?
I don't know. Closed it. Let me look.
What's that Beat Poet record on Dot that's worth like 10 grand?
Oh yeah. What is that? There's only like a handful of with the original cover, right? The name.
Yeah. It's like Thurston Moore's #1 want.
I forget what that is.
At Boogie Maru, which is the Japanese
Okay.
vinyl store here in LA, they had a
Hey, Joe.
copy of it there.
Cool.
Tal Farlow with Eddie Costa is smoking. Tal, you know what? I don't have any Tal Farlow records, Joe. I haven't gotten into Tal Farlow yet at all.
I think the story
Yeah, I
with
do.
him,
I'll be right
he
back.
took a long break and came back like in the late 60s.
Yeah.
I have an Eddie Costa from I'd say the mid '60s on Atlantic. That's pretty good, with a pretty cool lineup. I'm not sure where it is though.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't even think I have a record with him on it. At least it's not in my Discogs anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna show some stuff because my friend Donald lent me some stuff, and I have listened to quite a bit of it.
The Donald collection.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if I'm gonna go very long because I don't feel great.
Hey, now do you call him Donald or does he have a nickname? Like when you're hanging out?
Donald. I mean, there's no no nickname. You mean like Donnie or D?
Like, hey Don, do you want a beverage or whatever?
No. This is really cool.
I have 2 copies of that, Brandon. If you like that record,
I do like it.
it's not cheapy.
Is that Groove Merchant?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not Groove Merchant. It's inexpensive.
That's a
But
cool
Harold,
label.
Harold Vick is on that. That's what makes it
Yeah.
hot.
Larry Willis,
Nice.
Roland Prince on guitar, Al Foster on drums, and Harold Vick on sax. And on another tune, Larry Bergeron on trombone joins in. It's a funky album. Most of it's Larry's playing a Rhodes electric piano. I kind of forget that I just kind of say Rhodes, and people may be like, "What do you mean?" And I should say, the Fender Rhodes is the electric piano that was invented in 1970 or 69. Originally, it was Fender Rhodes, and then by 75, it just became the Rhodes. But when jazz players play, they almost always play a Rhodes, and then sometimes they play the Yamaha CP Grand. But if you're hearing an electric piano and it sounds like bells, it has that think about Bob James, the theme from Taxi. That's the Rhodes, and that's the one that most jazz players play.
Yeah.
Or the CP, but the Rhodes is more common. So he plays a Rhodes and I think acoustic piano on a couple. It's funky and it's really fun. And I think I told you guys I think Larry Willis makes those records that the 3 records he did with Jackie McLean, which is Ride On and another one, and then he's also on Jackknife. So it's good. It's great. And this is you can play it when people come over. It's funky.
That's great. I love that label too.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't realize that's the same Larry Willis on right now. He's playing piano on right now, though, right?
Yeah, I mean he's playing piano on that too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was playing
Rhodes. When I say Rhodes, it's an electric piano. 73, usually a 73 key electric piano. They're very popular. They're still used all the time, but they became super popular obviously. So people didn't have, because you can't carry around a piano. So
yeah,
you can carry these around.
Right, but
Brennan, what Mike is saying is that on Right Now he was playing just a piano. It wasn't an
Oh,
electric.
it wasn't even invented yet.
Yeah, it wasn't an electric piano though.
No,
Yeah.
the electric piano had not been invented yet. So
Yeah.
What label was that on, Brandon? Was that Muse?
Groove Merchant.
Oh, Groove Merchant.
This is pretty cool. This is on Soul Note.
Oh yeah.
A couple times. I enjoyed it.
It's solo, right?
Yeah. I got a bunch of solo Waldron. This is also solo. And I realized I have this, but I have it with a later American copy on Paula. This is the original on Overseas Records. And this is also solo. It's good. But the one I wanted to show the most that I just think is phenomenal and it's kind of my new favorite is this Meditations.
Yes.
Sweet.
And this is I think it's from 72. So the show was recorded. Anyway, it's great. It's really good. So
Who's playing with him on that?
nobody.
No, it's solo.
Yeah. I think it's all solo, if I remember correctly. I mean, I just played it. Yeah, it's all solo. It's all just him. There's no like guest artist on one track.
It's a Japanese release. I have
Japanese Victor.
Yeah.
Really good. And so to me, I mean, it's not my favorite Waldron, but this is kind of, I think it's my favorite solo Waldron. It just sounds really good.
Very cool.
And I'll try to see, where was it? Where's the recording at?
So it says it's recorded live at DUG.
Well, I don't know what DUG is, Doug,
I don't
but
know.
everyone who produces it is Japanese. So I'm guessing. Yeah. Special thanks to Mr. Hozumi Nakadera, the owner of the Jazz Club Doug. Anyway, it'll probably sell out now. And then,
All right, so I have some information about Brandon. I have. Hold on one second.
Shut up, Josh.
Tokyo's Doug, or DUG, refers to the Doug Jazz Cafe and Bar, a historic jazz kissa in Shinjuku, Tokyo, established in '61.
Cool.
So, cool.
I think, isn't it Jazz Kisa where they play jazz records? Like
Yeah.
a bar?
Yep.
Yeah, here, let me see
Yeah.
if we get. So
Where
it's
they
here.
taking up naked ladies too.
This is it. I guess the marquee. Let's look at their Instagram. Modern Jazz and Booze.
Still open.
This looks cool.
Does look cool.
Yeah,
They have
all
those
right,
in New York now.
I'll share this in the chat if anybody wants to check it out.
Okay. And then, see, I showed those. Those are the ones I've listened to. There's actually more, but I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet. This is fantastic.
See
And
that
I can't imagine it's very expensive.
at the Bimhus.
Bimhus.
Where's that? Holland or something?
I would guess it's
Germany?
Holland or Germany.
So what do they do on that, Brandon? What tracks?
Well, they do. Well, the cool one is they do Snake Out, which is one of my favorites. That's that where he's banging the left hand. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Bam, 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 doodle, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, that's from my favorite Mal Waldron too.
And then he does Reflections, which I believe is a Steve Lacy track.
Yeah,
he does
that's an
round.
early one, too.
He does some, and then he does some standards: Round Midnight, Epistrophe, and Blues
Cool.
for Ada.
What label is that on?
It is on. It looks like an old Prestige, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
History, that was Monk, right?
So I got the
Yeah.
information up here, Chris. So
Okay.
it looks like there's 2 copies. In the Netherlands was the first, so 2006 on Daybreak, and then a Japanese pressing 2020 on Solid Records.
This is
Cool.
on Daybreak Challenge.
I'll
Daybreak
drop a
or
link.
Challenge. The
Is
CD.
it just them two, or is there more of a band?
Them too, probably.
Just them two.
Yeah, looks
Okay.
There's
bad.
none in the United States on that one. Let's see if
Damn
there's
it, Brandon.
Japanese.
Oh, I was
Japanese.
wrong. I was wrong that it was easy.
There's 1 copy for $25 in the United States of the 2020 copy.
Yeah.
And now,
So-
now that no one's shipping
Off
to
to
the
the
US
races.
anymore.
True.
Yeah.
What is
that's
the
cool.
topic?
Nobody's shipping to the
There's
US.
tons of those. I mean,
And
Steve
this is
Lacy was,
also
you know,
this is the other one.
yeah, let's make it big.
This is
That's
another.
the
It's
Hat Hut. Hat Hut, right?
same 2 guys. But this is a double CD,
Ooh.
and it's got this one's. I haven't listened to every. I've listened through all the sides, but I noticed that there were a lot of standards on it, so it's kind of mellow compared to this one, which is really moody. This is more, I guess what you expect, but of 2 people playing standards. But this has a really good mood. Even doing the standards, they sound, I don't know, really like almost like movie soundtrack like, where they're pretty slow and gripping.
You mean like jazz noir kind of stuff?
Well, I don't. It's just like when you feel that like it's like it has a real slow kind of building, and it never gets too crazy. It kind of just stays in that. Feels like it's always building, but kind of never goes crazy.
Maybe like that Miles French stuff.
Yeah. No, because those songs were so short.
Yeah, good point.
L'escalier pour le chauffeur, that one.
Yeah, Lift to the Scaffold.
Yeah, those tracks are so short that you don't really get. It's almost like too short.
You mean the rapper?
Hey, does anybody know?
I
Does anybody know when Mal Waldron and Steve Lacy first started doing those duo records together? Because 80. So I have 2, and 82 is way earlier than both of these. So this one is from 97, and then this one's from 92. So
Let me look, because I thought he did Hard Talk. Me on that.
because they a famous duo here. This
They're
is
great.
something I definitely need to get more into these guys.
I'm gonna look for. See if I have it.
Well, if you watch that documentary,
72. 1972. I have that one.
Okay.
It's from,
the Mal Waldron documentary, they're
Yeah,
shot during when they're
This
having
is-
their
this has Lacey
Oh, wow.
and what's his name, Manfred Schoof.
Oh yeah,
player.
This is great, and this is still fairly affordable, I think.
Oh, Manfred Scoop, the trumpet player?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, he's good.
Manfred Schoof trumpet, Steve Lacy soprano, Mal Waldron piano. It's Isla Eckinger, who's his piano player on my two of my favorite albums. on
Joe,
bass.
didn't you have a rare Manfred record?
Yeah,
me.
it's European Echoes on FMP. It's the first FMP record. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is early, or way earlier than this is 70 something.
Yeah.
well, the question was about what was the first duo record they did or duet, and it was
Duo, not playing together.
Yeah, it was the Mal Waldron with Steve Lacy quintet on America. I have that one. A bunch of us probably have that one.
Yeah, this is
1972. But they also played together like starting in 1958.
But this sort of got me looking through a bunch of stuff, and I kind of realized that I hadn't really given this record enough listens because it's really good.
Is that originally on Fontana?
It's on. This is on Japan Fontana.
Oh, okay.
Except I figured out who was on it. I think I figured out.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up?
Going through some Mal Waldron, Steve Lacy stuff.
Nice.
I just look it up. I think it's who is it? Anyway, I think the band is mostly Japanese,
Right.
but it's really good, and I'd totally forgotten about it.
That's interesting. I had a Steve Lacy record come in the mail today.
Yeah, it's all Japanese players in him. It's from 1971.
Oh, this is the cover of the later Waldron.
Steinway.
I have that one. Oh wait, I don't have that one. I have one that looks like that though.
Yeah, there's another record that looks just like it. I think that's it.
The one on America.
It made me listen to this one, which is another live solo on Enjo, which this I know is affordable, and it's very good. It's not as good as Meditations, but still, I think you can get this for $20 to $30, and
nice,
very good. Anyway, that's it.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got a Lacy record today.
Let's see it.
So there was a huge collection that came into Record Wonderland in the Chicagoland area, and Chris Cole has kind of let a few of us pick a few things out. So I had 2 come today. I got some more coming later, but this is Steve Lacy Quartet with Charles Tyler, One Fell Swoop on the Silkheart Records label. So this one,
who does the
I don't
artwork on that?
What's that?
Who does the artwork on that?
Well, that's a good question.
It kind of looks like that Steve Lacy on ESP disc.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same artist, but hey, Chris.
Oh, that's a good question.
Hey,
Let's see if it says it was recorded
Chris.
in Paris. The front cover painting entitled "The Hairdresser" is by Bob Thompson. Yeah, same artist.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's Bob Thompson.
Look at that.
It is the same artist.
That's pretty awesome.
Good call there, man. All right.
It looks like there's more than hairdressing going on that cover.
Yeah, right. But that was a good one to find. And then this is one I'd actually been looking for because I love the Futura label from France. This is Allures from Michel Portal and John Sermon and others.
That's a good cover.
Yeah, this is cool. This was I think I got both for 20 a piece, so made out pretty good on those.
Cool.
So that's on Palm.
Original, Dave. That's an original.
It's on Futura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that an original, Dave?
Yeah, original first.
$20. That's cheaper than the reissue. So.
Yeah, it's not in the best of shape, the cover, but the record is perfect.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ring wear on it. You can't really tell, but there is. Was that thin? One of those thin covers, on those originals. And then I did get this. This is one of the rarest records I've ever brought into the collection. I think there is one actually for sale on Discogs right now for about $250 or so, or a little more. This one came from Japan for $54. It's the David Panton Trio. David Panton was a saxophone player from Birmingham, England. He did a lot of work with John Stevens on drums, and Nick Stevens is on bass on this. It's a 7-inch, the David Panton Trio, on his own. It's a private press on Panton Music. He did a lot of work on the Nando label as well, another private press label. I've been trying to find stuff on for about a decade now, and no luck. So this one came from a Japanese seller. I ordered it before the tariff wars, and so it came with no extra. It was a normal shipping price of like $25 shipping. When you get something from Japan, but now you can't. Now you can't even order from the guy anymore. So what's interesting, the record itself, it almost looks like reminds me of being private and how they did them, like almost like like an El Saturn. Because it's like handwritten labels, handmade labels from 1981. I've spun this a couple times. The tracks, there's 3 tracks, 2 on the A and 1 on the B, and it's a 33 1/3 7-inch.
Cool.
And the opening track is more of an avant-garde, kind of it's from 81, but it would almost fit in like 1964 avant bop period kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second track which is called Fanfare for Albert, as in for Albert Eiler. Some of the playing, like the guys from here in Charlotte, Ghost Trees, it reminds me of them. With the style of the saxophone, it gets free, and then the B side is a just monster free jazz track. And there's a long part where Panton sits out and lets the bass and drums take over, and John Stevens drumming on it is fucking insane. So it's really fucking cool. And I gotta find more of this guy's stuff, but it's just an absolute bear.
Dave, I have a question. So when you say 1964 avant bop, are you talking like Archie Shepp's New York Contemporary 5, like that?
Kind of.
Who else was doing that type of style? Because that's the early.
I mean, for me, that like there was the Blue Note stuff. You know, there was some McLean.
Yeah,
there was
Jackie, right?
Like Evolution from Moncour.
Okay.
You know, but that's even more laid back. But as far as like this is a trio setting, so it just for some reason that first song kind of took me to that time period. But then the other two, you get free on the second track and then really free on the third, but that big long period where Panton sits out is fucking epic, with the bass and drums just absolutely going off. I need more of this stuff, but goddamn, is it a pain in the ass. The one record I've been looking for is my White Whale. I even had Tom Minko, who went to Den Bosch, looking for it. He never saw it.
Michael 45 bought it from you.
This one music ensemble. It's never sold on the internet ever.
Tell us what it is so we can all add it to our Discogs.
Oh yeah, let me know if you see it pop up. I can't imagine what kind of price tag would get put on it because it's never sold. Who knows? Could be $5, could be 5,000.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
What record is it?
The one music ensemble on Nando. The fucking bastard, and it's half of it's Panton and half of it's Derek Bailey. So it's a UK issue label, and I've been looking for that record for as long as any damn jazz record.
Yeah.
I saw it one time. Motz has got a copy in Austria, and that's it.
Mine is that Mike Taylor trio, the British.
They just reissued
British record. Yeah,
Brandon, you're fine. They just reissued that.
Great, because I have like a Russian copy of it, but
really,
it's like, $3,000 and you never see a copy.
Right? Is there a recent reissue? You said, Rob?
Yeah, they're like $50 each.
Oh, and so it's like a quality reissue.
It's a quality reissue.
Yeah, they did Pendulum, and then they did the Mike Taylor trio. So they did them both at the same time.
Oh, great.
Does anybody have that? Because I haven't ordered it yet, and I was kind of curious.
You better order it now because they ain't gonna get any copies from the Europe people who put it out.
Yeah. Alex just ordered a record from Belgium. The guy on Discogs, the guy sent him a message. Sorry, Belgium don't ship. The U.S. can go straight to hell. That's the email he got.
We don't have to
cancel the order.
Go straight to hell.
Oh, so get this. Those titles are on Amazon.
Oh, can we post some links?
Yeah, we can post my referral link.
Your referral link.
Somebody mentioned Tal Farlow earlier.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
it
they
is.
did. Anyway, I wanted to grab this because I got to say this is like one of the nicest David Stone Martin covers.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's fantastic, and they do a rendition of "Walking" on this. So I think Bob Brookmeyer is on this with him.
How old is that record?
This is like 50. I mean, it's mono, so it's probably 56.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a nice shape.
Who's he playing with on there, Mr. Mike?
So it doesn't list the personnel. It's just like paragraph. So, oh wait, maybe it's on the. No, it's not. Anyway, they do "Walking" on it, and it's absolutely wonderful. Killer. It's basically Tal Farlow doing hard bop, which I think he does have a Blue Note 10-inch record.
I'm gonna tell you who's on there if you want to know real quick. Bob Gordon on baritone, Monty Budwig on bass, Lawrence Maribel on drums, Tal Farlow guitar, Bill Perkins sax, Bob Enevoldson on trombone.
Bob Enevoldson on trombone. The more I get into the early 50s West Coast cool scene, the more I see him pop up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's probably on mode, Chris. I'm sure he's on mode.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Here's the record you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You got him, Chris?
I'm trying.
I got him.
Go for it.
We
It's got
literally
such a cool cover.
cancel each other out. That's a wonderful record.
And this isn't crazy expensive because it's Tal Farlow. So
It's such a good record, though. That is
it's
a great.
really modern for the time.
Yeah, I love that.
Isn't that label? Their covers are kind of similar like that.
What? This is Blue Note.
That's a Blue Note.
Oh, it's a Blue Note.
Come on, Rob.
It's a Lexington.
Look, I expect excellence here.
There we go.
You're going to be disappointed.
So it's got this really cool like trippy, I don't know, Alfred Hitchcock like cover.
And who did that cover then? What? Maybe that artist did a lot of covers around that time.
That's probably a Melee, right? Didn't Gil Melee do a lot of covers like that?
I don't know. It says Hughes. I think Hughes did the design stuff, and Wolf obviously is Francis Wolf with 2 Fs. So the photograph is. I'm guessing it's whoever Hughes is.
John Hughes.
Because I'm trying to think. It's 1960 when Reed Miles comes in. He doesn't come in, but he had done some stuff on Prestige before that. Before he became Blue Note's main guy.
Hey Chris, how do you spell your company's the record label's name? How do you spell it?
Gammaut. And nobody worry about trying to pronounce it with a European accent. Gamut. Gamut.
Okay.
So Gamal.
You can do that. Hey, you can do that. Although I will say, so my partner in this is Brazilian, and he pronounces it in some way that's in between what I just said and what you just said.
Uh-huh.
But I was talking to him about it, and the gist of it is that the word gamut in the U.S. is spelled G-A-M-U-T. The origin is still gamma ut, which is the conjunction of these two words. So you can just say gamut.
Chris,
So
I think that's the only time that someone has ever complimented Rob for somewhat pronouncing
he
a
didn't
word
compliment.
correctly.
Hold on, buddy. He didn't.
I was about to say magnifique. Magnifique.
In fact, he said you, like it was dismissive.
Yeah.
Get with it, Joe.
He said, "Hey, you."
All right, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity to promote Chris's new reissue label. So I just want to share the link to it and then quickly go through the website just so people can see. He's reissuing the Pepper Adams Quintet on mode. It's all analog. It's all the good stuff. All the details are on here. And it's up for pre-order now here. So I dropped the link if anybody wants to go check it out. And Chris, when is it shipping?
Yeah, so it's shipping on the 24th of October, but it's available for pre-order now. I've seen the jackets. The jackets are done. There's just we just have to get the vinyl in and have it kitted and everything.
Cool.
I have to say, like, here's the thing, and I'm willing to take any questions or feedback on this. Like, this isn't the cheapest release. And it's not because we're making money hand over fist. We kind of like leaned into the historical element here, and so there's an extensive booklet. We paid these folks to put together brand new essays. There's like a lot of stuff in the booklet. Bernie Grunin mastered it. Gotta Groove pressed it. Like this is like a legit thing. I'm nervous because of how legit it is in terms of the process that we went through. What do you got, Rob?
My question to you is more about Gotta Groove. So our experience is they do the Real Gone stuff, an excellent job, but they're pressing more on like 140, 130 vinyl.
Yep.
I don't know if Gotta Groove's done. Like, with this release, are they trying to move up and compete with the big boys, like with RTI and all those guys who put out these audiophile pressings?
I mean, I'll say this: like, we're not going to be the ones that can demonstrate whether they're, capable. This is our first release, right?
Yeah.
Like it was more the thing that they were willing to do it, because if you're a brand new label and it's your first release, like, listen, we tried to license stuff from Concord, and they told us to take a hike. So you have to with us just getting going, we were super excited because they do have a great reputation, as you said, but it's 180 gram. What did I miss? Stoughton jacket. We're using, we're doing a Stoughton jacket. So
the printing looked really good on the cover.
Yeah, it's so when we got the proof and everything, Stoughton messaged us and they're like, "This is really, really nice looking." So some people have kind of shit on the cover, the image before, because it's this illustration that maybe looks a little bit tired. But from what I've seen with the actual Stoughton printed jacket, it is slick. Like this is.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, I almost like the covers more than most of the records that are on mode from them. But I love that cover.
Chris, who owns the rights to the mode records?
Yeah, so who owns it is VSOP, which you probably know is a reissue label. But they actually still own it. They own a few labels, and again, this was one where both me and my partner Felipe in this were super excited that this was available, that it hadn't been reissued lately. That this is one of my favorite titles on the whole label.
No, it's
So
not.
how did you get access to the artwork?
That's actually a good question. I think that it was scan. It was there was a high quality scan that was done, and I think VSOP might have actually been the ones to have that on hand, because they put this out. I think the last time was in the 80s. Somebody can correct me, but
the other ones from the 80s look fantastic covers too. Like they did a really good job with
they're the only difference, I think, at least in my mind, is that there's a different look when you have illustration when it's glossy versus when it's on a matte cover. And I personally think that kind of stuff looks like presents better on kind of like a textured cover, matte cover, as opposed to glossy. But it is a good scan that they have. The other thing that I didn't mention is that we're putting out in stereo. So just like how Rudy Van Gelder was recording everything in mono and in stereo for this like couple year period, right? This like, what was it? Mike knows, like 57 to 60 or 58 to 60 or something. That's exactly what Mode was doing as well. So they recorded it in mono, recorded in stereo simultaneously. Mono tapes are gone. VSOP doesn't know where they are. They've disappeared. And the original stereo tape was not in pristine shape, and we used Bernie Grunman to master this. Not comfortable using that tape. So what we have is a tape copy. It's like a 15 IPS Dolby flat tape copy, like a safety tape essentially. And I've listened to the first time I got involved with this whole thing was a year ago, and it was because the guy who started this, Felipe Berman, reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to take a listen to some test pressings? Because I'm thinking about releasing this." So that's the first time I got involved. And I listened to, Bernie mastered it in 33, mastered it in 45. We listened to both of them. They both sounded amazing, but the 45 sounded better. And we could put it on a single disc. And keep in mind, the cost is not mastering it in 45 versus 33. It's only more costly if you add the extra disc.
Right.
So the fact that this is a shorter session, it's about 30 and a half minutes. We could put it on one disc. We're doing stereo, and it sounds really good. Like, obviously I'm biased, right? But it sounds really, really good.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why I'm excited about this. And it's because, so this title, is it 56 or it's 57, right? 57.
Yeah, 57.
So, but the thing is, there are 50, like the Kenny Drew trio, I think that was a 56 or 57 session, but I feel like I have a sense of some of the title selections that might be a part of this larger project. And I feel like there's an opportunity to do early 50s stuff because nobody really touches that stuff. And that's why I'm excited, because I love collecting that. And the reissues are great, but they usually focus on the later 50s into the 60s. And sometimes they'll do an earlier one, but there's a lot of cool stuff that I think, you might put out that I think is going to be awesome. So, and honestly, like those old tapes, the way they sound and kind of this effort, like I could totally see this being like a really nice addition to the audiophile market. And yeah, so really, it's just the style and the time period that you are potentially going to cover that is, I feel like, something that I'm excited for.
Yeah. I'll say this. I mean, there's obviously two of us, and I'm I'll call it second seat on it. But I have my own preferences in terms of what I'd love to record, put out. And Mike, it's probably more in line with what you're talking about. But we are talking about sessions that kind of range. And at the end of the day, though, a lot of it is what we can get. Because again, if Concord has everything locked up, like, yeah, there's some labels like Mode that's super interesting, but not everything, has tapes that are available. And sometimes you think that one person or one company owns all of the sessions for a particular label, and you find out that the best ones are the ones that they don't have because they're part of like the estate of some fantastic musician.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm excited just to be a part of the process, right? Like I just love, because I love the hobby so much. I just love being like, riding shotgun on putting a release out like this, and it's.
So how many are you pressing?
So we're pressing 2,000 of this one, and we're gritting our teeth a little bit just because we don't know. Like big labels put out 2,000. You know what I mean? Like. So we're a little nervous on that. Our next release is slated for February. I can't share it right now until we have better confidence that it's actually going to work out. Because we have the it's being mastered, or it was just mastered. But what was I? What was I? Oh,
2,000.
So for that one, it probably won't be 2,000. Like. But we're guessing, like, we don't know the marketability of this stuff. Like Pepper Adams, like, okay, there was a Record Store Day release that was put out by, I think, Reel to Reel or somebody.
Yeah.
What's Real? Maybe it was Real Guy.
Yeah,
I forget.
it's the guy who did the record with Kevin label. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Who?
The Canadian. It's a Canadian label. The
Oh,
guy.
really?
Reel to reel.
Real to real?
Yeah, the saxophone player.
Corey Weeds?
Corey Weeds label.
Yeah. So the Pepper Adams has been, I'll call it, a little bit in the news, but most people who are outside of this little bubble that we're in with Pepper Adams, they're like, oh, was he a sideman on a Donald Byrd record? Okay. So it's that kind of stuff that's made available to us. But I don't even want to make excuses. This Pepper Adams quintet record is really good. It's just a fantastic album. So
I love Pepper Adams.
Yeah, it's funny. I have a lot of Pepper Adams records, and he did records on Prestige, and he was good in the 70s where he did records on Palo Alto Jazz and Ninja.
Oh, you know what's cool about this release too is that the piano player Carl Perkins.
yeah.
The more I get, he's only recorded on a number of titles, and he's a really fun artist to try to collect because they're all his lead titles are pretty tough to find. So it's cool to have them.
I have
This is a cool one on PAJ.
Yeah, that's one of his best.
Oh, yeah.
Records.
This one's great and it's cheap.
Yeah.
I have a few cheap Pepper Adams from the 70s. I think one's on Muse.
He's got a great one on
several Muse. Several.
Okay.
He's got a great one on, what is it? Critics' Choice. Is that Pacific? Who put out Critics' Choice? That like kind of blue cover. I forget.
Not sure.
I know I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it again.
It's not Riverside. I want to say it might be Pacific. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. Pre-orders open.
Well, hey, Chris, have you connected with any? How is it being distributed? Like, is it only direct through the website, or have you gotten any people interested in distributing?
Yeah. So we're doing direct from the website, and I know that that's problematic for folks outside the United States. We are shipping to the United States. I just know it's problematic in terms of the cost of doing that. So our original intent was only to do direct from the website and nothing else, just because the pricing like when you sell wholesale and sell through distributors, all of a sudden it kind of changes the economics of the whole thing. And you have to decide, are you going to make money when you sell through a distributor? So anyway, that's what we're doing. I will say that there are 3 stores right now that we're actually going to be selling. We're kind of working out agreements to sell through their stores, 2 in the US, 1 in Europe. So there will be an avenue, but we're not talking about a ton of stores. Like it's that, quote unquote select stores kind of thing. And that's what we're doing, at least for this first one.
Yeah, and then you can see how it goes and then go from there,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
Once you have this one under your belt, maybe Concord would be a little more interested in doing business with you too.
Well, that's what we saw with Craig from Analog October Records. He his first that he had to use a digital transfer. He proved that he did excellent job. So then they started working more closely with him, and then he developed a really good relationship with Gearbox, as well as Miles something, the Beatles guy.
Miles Showell.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Rob, is that correct? Did Craig?
I like Gearbox. Man.
I told you I was asking Rob.
No, but I mean, is that right that Craig worked with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But he, listen, nothing against how hard it was for Craig to get his label started and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder if you're in the US to get rights to stuff. But I'm sure Craig will say, no, it was hard for me to get this
Well,
stuff.
that first one he didn't get US rights for. He only had,
Yeah, no, that's the point. It's like getting the rights to something in the US is really difficult.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, getting responses I've found even like because it's all relationships and all that. And I'll say like so again, Felipe, who's kind of the founder of this label, he established a good network first. He actually produced one of the Jerome Saba records for Analog Tone Factory. So he's building up his chops in kind of a variety of areas, from like a legal standpoint, like securing rights, finance, like trying to figure all this stuff out to basically increase the likelihood that he's not going to just, completely lose interest after the first one. So yeah, I mean, you're right. It is all about connections. And I think once you have maybe not 1, maybe not 2, but like, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 records out, then all of a sudden I think the opportunities open up quite a bit. And I mean, listen though, for our first release, I like to get Burning, to get like, we have Don Lukoff doing the as our publicist, who's like been in the industry for 30 years doing this. Like all the people who know what they're doing are in place, which covers for the fact that Felipe and I don't know what we're doing.
You gotta start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
So your partner's a Brazilian named Felipe.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend to represent that country, because as far as I can tell from the outside, it's like everybody lives there is not from there kind of thing, and so it's like this amazing combination, right, of like French and Spanish and like German and I don't know, just all kinds of cultures all together.
So I was watching Steve Westman last night. He had Kevin Gray on, and Kevin said that the 45 probably edges out the 33 because of things like intergroove distortion is more limited on the 45. But he generally said it does edge it out. Like, would he prefer one over the other? He's like, it's relatively like insignificant, but the 45 is slightly better.
Yeah. So like, that's the thing, is that I listen to the 33 and I listen to the 45. It's one of those things where you listen to the 33 and you're like, would I be absolutely satisfied with this as it sounds? Yes, absolutely. The differences are negligible with 45. And our only consideration was, is it going to piss off Mazzy if he has to change his bell on his turntable?
No, well, he has a E6. He could do it already. But
Talking about Maslow?
In your situation, you have one record, right?
That's right.
So you're going to have to flip it over regardless. It's not like you have 2 and you have to flip it over 4 times. That's Mazzy's issue. But
So
yeah.
Jose, reach out to Chris at his Instagram. It's what_Brown. What is it, Chris? What's your Instagram?
It needs to change, doesn't it? Oh, it's a what underscore can underscore Brown. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. Jose has a label.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So
yeah. So I'll say this: we're not trying to be a 45 RPM label. It just so happens that this time we mastered 33 and 45, which is double cost for that at least. And we like the 45 better. We're the next one. You know, what's really interesting actually is that the engineer was nervous about using the master tape and wanted to do digital and was like, "Oh, it sounds great." And we kind of said, like, can you just try? Like, you know, is the master tape in okay enough shape, kind of thing? And anyway, we were able to do it. But it's like these are the considerations that you have to do when you have an engineer who's like, "This is what I think," and then you're like, "No, the marketability of this thing, like." It's again, it's fascinating. I thought that it was, you could just tell people what to do. But everything's a little bit of a, you know, negotiation and working with folks and making sure everybody's cool and comfortable with what's going on.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they got to put their name on it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say though that like, what are you supposed to do though? You know, if somebody's like, "Oh, the digital's the best," and you're like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
Alan
okay,
Smithy
like-"
did the mastering. I wonder who he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that? What? Who?
Alan Smithy's the synonym that filmmakers use when they want to take their name off the movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I wish you the best. I
Very
think
cool.
it's a cool project, and I think it's a great title to test the waters with. You know, I think it's a good one. So
it looks on the website. It just looks like it's something to buy.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
right. Well, I mean, it is on a website, and you can buy
and
it.
it is something to buy.
It looks legit. It doesn't look like a Jazz Bums T-shirt merch or something.
Oh, there you fucker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so my comment when I saw the logo, because when it was being evaluated anyway, and there's meaning behind it, by the way, the lemur playing a lyre, you know, it's a thing, you can look it up, but not a lemur playing a lyre, but these two images together. So my comment was that it felt like it was a wine label to me. Like it was like, I expect it to be wrapped around a wine bottle, like a nice wine bottle.
Are you doing merch? Are you doing merch like T-shirts and stuff?
Not at the moment, but you know, it's funny you
cool.
mentioned that because just earlier today I was like, because I'm actually meeting up with Felipe tomorrow in Athens, Georgia. We're meeting up there to take care of some stuff, and I was like, oh man, if I had thought in advance, wouldn't it be amazing to have made shirts?
I got a recommendation for you in Athens.
Yeah, what you got?
You need to go to a burger place called Clocked. And then thank me later.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's insane. Right. You pretty much are. If you walk in there, you're required to get the fried egg on the burger. That's one, just so you know.
Okay.
It's incredible. It's next to 40 Watt.
All right. Yeah. I've spent only a little, you know, because I'm in Atlanta, so it's 90 minutes away. I've spent, you know, a day here and there in Athens, but never that much time. But I'll definitely check it out.
Oh, I love Athens. I've been there a lot to film bands at 40 Watt and Secret Squirrel and all that.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, Joe, I know you joined for serious business to show records. Do you have records to show? And
yeah, I got a few. Yeah.
We also have news from Verve today that I do want to get to.
Deep dive that one.
But yeah, so anyway, here we go, Joe. Jump on in.
Yeah, so they if you follow Bop Shop Records, I know Chris, you've been there. Saw a video you made I think last year. And then obviously Dave and I have been there quite a few times.
I live in the basement now because Brandon's going to buy the place and I get to live in the basement.
A few weeks ago, they announced this huge jazz collection, and it really was hard to gauge what it was really going to be like because they've gotten stuff in, and I mean, just like any other store. It ended up being they dropped pretty much everything they got last week, and then on Saturday last week you were able to kind of come in and buy the stuff. But the collection ended up being kind of what I got when I got there last Saturday was the Blue Note stuff, which there's a set of pictures of what the wall looked like when they first opened. Some really heavy titles, but a lot of the stuff was that the condition, especially the records, were very hit or miss. I guess the guy that owned the collection really loved Blue Note, and so he played a lot of those records pretty significantly, while a lot of the other stuff, again, like you guys are seeing on the screen, a lot of the other labels, especially the free jazz, the black jazz stuff, so a lot of the labels in the 70s was not played as significantly. One of the things I saw, I got the Record Store Day reissue of this when it came out, but I really was looking for an original as well, and they happened to have a copy, and that was Happy Girl,
cool.
Nathan Davis.
Wow.
So this is not an original. This is the second pressing. The original didn't have the NPS thing, but the labels just say Saba, which is what the original label was in like the mid to late 60s before NPS became, whether NPS bought the label. I think that's kind of what the story was, but still got the red labels like you see from a lot of the NPS stuff. So this is like a 67 pressing, so it's like the second pressing of it, but
Still incredible.
Joe, did you get the Record Store version?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Now,
Yeah,
have you compared them? Did you compare them?
I did. Yeah, it was. They were both it was similar thing. Obviously the Record Store Day one being new, it played a little bit cleaner. And I guess I did actually look online, but it was a really great listen. So, and
this is original NPS anyway. Sound excellent.
Yes.
They were really well made.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They were very well done. Another one I saw when I got there. I was there for a bit, but I feel like I've seen this record in passing. This is definitely one of those records that maybe somebody showed it on Instagram. Maybe, I don't know. But this is Marzette Watts on Savoy.
Wow.
I've never seen that.
This is also this is a weird record because
Yeah.
it came out in '69, but it actually has all three record label designs for Savoy that you could get a pressing of. So there's like, it's even though the classic like red label from the 50s was like long gone for some reason, with how I was just reading this last week online, that with how their production went in like the pressing plants, there was actually like leftover red labels, even though again it had been like 7 years since a red label design or release had come out. So there's the red label, there's like the maroon label, and then this one is like the third one, which so this is like, again, this is like kind of like a second pressing, like 74. This is that oxblood, that darker kind of brownish red label. But this has got I know Dave is big. It's produced by Bill Dixon. I don't think he plays piano on one of the tracks, but looking at the guys, JC Moses is on the drums. Junie Booth, who I believe that was Sun Ra, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Junie Booth.
He has a Sun Ra connection. Yeah. He played with Ra.
I'm looking to see
that record is like singularly the most difficult one to get on the entire Savoy label.
Technically, you can get a twofer, an 80s twofer that has one side of that record, right?
Okay.
Right here.
Which I have, right?
Yep.
He's got both sides.
Marzette Watts had a few releases on, well, he had at least one, maybe two on ESP disc. Those are also those are some of the more sought after ESP disc ones as well.
You found those already though, didn't you?
Yes, those I have. Well, I have the kind of more colorful cover that has the picture of him on it.
Yeah.
So Joe, which body part did you have to sell to buy that record?
I brought a lot to sell, and they weren't really, because the owner paid a lot for the collection. He wasn't really interested in trading stuff, so I actually had to go to a different shop in Rochester, Record Archive. And I brought stuff there, and then I got cash, and I was able to bring more back. So,
hey Joe, did you see the Fred Anderson on Nessa? Did you see that?
That probably was that in the flip through because it probably
That was on the flip through.
Yeah.
That's a difficult one to get, and it's not that expensive. It should be under $100, but it just
Yeah.
it just never comes up for sale.
Yeah, I've seen that was probably the second time I've seen that. It's I think it's usually like a $50 or $60 record.
Yeah, I paid $50 from Chris Cole at Record Wonderland for that.
It's not too
bad. That
bad.
was years ago.
And then this one was in. So when I got there, I kind of was under the impression that the Wall was really the real. I mean, the Wall was like the real heavy hitter stuff, but the bins. At first I thought that it was mostly like just maybe under $50 stuff, and because I was kind of going for some of the bigger stuff, I didn't really think that I was going to be able to add on stuff. But I started flipping through stuff, and I saw this one, which is one of the only Bayard Lancaster ones that I was really looking for. This is called Documentation: The End of a Decade. This came out in 1980. At first, it seemed like it was a compilation of stuff that he had done in the 70s. But aside from Rib Crib, which is the opening track on the A side, the rest of the tracks didn't really have any connection with his other. I looked at his Palm stuff. I looked at some of his other stuff, and there wasn't really any connection with any of the tracks. So
just that one, I think, was on Palm.
Yes,
the Rib Crib. Yeah.
Chris, what do you think of Bayard Lancaster?
I don't know. I don't have any of his stuff, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, the box set, I know, Rob, you got the box set in November.
Yeah. And then I found that record last week with him on it, that piano player on Columbia.
What was that, Rob? What was that box set that I sold this weekend? Was that wasn't Bayard Lancaster, was it?
No.
No,
it wasn't.
Who was that one? Who was that one? So I wanted to ask Joe about that record. Free Jazz with Charles Gale and Weibo.
The Weibo. Yeah, Milford Graves.
Milford Graves. Yeah.
What did you get for that?
$50 or something.
So, but you made money on it.
Yeah, I think I made like $10 on it. So it was cool.
But this is
I tried it, man. It just was not for me.
Bayard Lancaster is actually a really.
The Bayard Lancaster box is good. It's not crazy. It's good stuff.
It's and he's a very he has a very diverse musical interpretation of jazz, because there's stuff that's like real heavy free jazz, like the Palm stuff usually is more towards that, but at the same time it's also like melodic,
spiritual. He's got a lot of
spiritual, and then he's also got the one that's like the funky Rib Crib, whatever that was. I think it was his last Palm record from like the mid 70s. That's more like funky type jazz. So
that's
like
a funk record.
He really has. Awesome. And then there's always a track that he's like solo on his records. But it's a nice mix of stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on these that
he got that record on Philly Jazz.
Yeah, he was mostly. I mean, he was from Philadelphia, so a lot of his
Liberation.
Music was,
he was in that band with Jamal Khan.
That's right.
Yeah, Sound of Liberation.
Yeah, Sound of Liberation. Yeah. So it's those are what I got. I have a big one that I'm gonna get tomorrow. That I maybe I'll put something up.
Okay.
Now, how long does it take you to get to the Bob Shop?
It's about 2 hours from here, but I'm originally from Rochester, so I up until 2018, I lived in Rochester, so the Bob Shop was like 20 minutes from where I grew up. So it was.
And your folks are still there, right?
Yeah, they're not moving.
So. And
you have a place to stay
the same, right?
Yeah. What'd you say, Rob?
The room you grew up in is still decorated the same, right?
It's not anymore. No,
it's got all those Raggedy Anns in it. From what
knitting room.
It's not a knitting. No, it's not quite.
Did you run into Brandon when he was there?
Yeah, I talked to Brandon for a bit.
He also was like, oh, no trades.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff. Well, and he I think almost wore Tom down to get the trades.
Because Brandon's the type of guy that don't like to take no for an answer, man.
Well, Brandon also brought 20 records there.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff I think ended up being things that were actually in the collection.
Oh,
so yes. I think, and I mean, he definitely had some good stuff. Like I believe he was trying to sell a copy of that one Muse record that I know you guys jazz bums made You talked with
Free Slave.
yes,
Free
yeah,
Slave.
Free Slave. I think he brought a copy of that in to trade, and it was like sitting in the bin. So it's like,
Does
Yeah.
anybody have a? Does anybody on the panel have a copy of Free Slave?
I have
Bob
a- I have a
got it
reissue.
for $4.
I have
You
it.
know the story.
I think I have
mine.
I might even have a
I have mine
promo.
over here somewhere.
Damn, look at some serious collectors.
There you go.
But I
I've got
paid
a
$2 for
white label somewhere.
Hey, so Brandon was after that duo exchange,
yeah,
and he
got
told
that.
me he had $350 on it. I'm like, God, it's $100 more than it ever really goes.
Well, I was telling him about that.
Promo.
I had said that
Very
he,
nice.
Very nice.
that
Very
I got a
nice.
copy from Carolina Soul. on
This is
the
great.
auction.
Yeah,
It was.
I don't.
Yeah,
You didn't pay that much.
no,
What?
no, I think it was $225.
Yeah.
That's what I paid.
But I think he also he was able to get it down. I think a little bit. I don't know what he ended up paying. He kind of went back and forth between. He's like, I want to get this and I want to get this, and then I think in the end he ended up with like both of them. So
He did. He got 2 records. I forget the other one.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I was just happy he got duo exchange. That's he drove all the way from Buffalo. I mean, he's it's
Yeah.
hey,
He got.
Mike,
We missed his.
before-
He missed his daughter's soccer game for us.
yeah. He wasn't leaving without it then.
No, he had business to do. So
There's another title on Survival Records outside of Duo Exchange. I think it's like a quintet, and it's cheaper and like kind of affordable, which is kind of surprising. But whose label is that?
Rashid Ali, isn't it?
Rashid Ali. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that label. I think I only need one more title, and I'll have the entirety of that label.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's many releases though, is there either?
No, there's not, but there's some of them are a pain in the ass.
I have
to find.
2 originals of that label.
Yeah.
But
Okay, hold on. Let me show some records here, and then we'll
yeah,
jump.
before I leave, can you do a
Yeah.
cautionary tale and show that
Before
one
you
record?
leave.
Like,
Oh, yes.
No, it's not it. It's
Come
not.
on,
I don't have it here. It's
Well, you're going to have to go
downstairs.
find it.
Yeah,
That's like
that
the highlight of the week. Come on, man.
what did you do? Did you
Alright.
throw it out your window?
No, I still have it. Hold on.
Yeah, go get it.
There's the label right there.
What are we talking about?
Rashid Ali's label.
Oh, cool.
Survival.
Cool. Very nice.
This is Jolie Wilson and Bond Street. That's a killer one. That's not easy to find.
I got a couple of things I can show real quick while Mike's getting his prize of the week. So, Florian Arbins, who we had on our channel before, he had a big sale on his Bandcamp last week. Everything was like 50% off. So, I remember so this is a session he did with Ron Carter and his brother, and I remember he told us about this before when we interviewed him, basically, and that came out. So they got that, and then he had this like 12 LP box of these conversation series he did. But it's got the CD box instead, so I'm gonna be digging into that. That'll be cool. So it's like him with all kinds of configurations and different people and that sort of thing.
How many discs? 12?
12, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Do you get gum inside of it too?
Yeah, it comes with some gum. Yes, actually, he did sign it. I don't know where it says. Sent a nice note along with it. Anyway,
All right, you guys want to hear the tale of this record?
yeah, the most highly sought record of all time.
All right, so just to set it up, it's Blue Surge. It was listed as the Teal label, which is the first pressing, 1956. It on Discogs, like for VG, you're expecting to pay like $175, give or take. All the copies, I mean, they go up to like hundreds of dollars. So it gets listed. It says it's Teal label, first pressing, mono, all this stuff, and then it just has the jacket. The jacket looks correct, and it was $30, and it was VG. So it was just like, I'll take a risk on it because it's $30. Why not? And it comes in. So here's the jacket. Jacket's in, G+ condition. The sides are all jacked up, but that's okay. I don't really mind that.
That's
fine.
a frame cover too.
It's a frame cover. So this is the first cover. So I see this,
Presentable.
and already I can feel that there's something weird happening inside here. I could feel that it doesn't feel right. So that's the jacket. I pull it out, and it comes in the original capital sleeve. So I'm like, great sign. But again, there's some like weird thing happening here where it's like separated. I pull the record out. It's first of all not a Teal label.
Oh no!
Oh, whoa.
Okay, it's the later one, which is whatever. I mean, whatever. I don't.
It's a
I mean,
bowl.
so that's wrong.
Oh my
But
god.
then I don't know if you can
Ashtray.
see
You can see how warped it is.
the
They
warp.
didn't do a very good job pressing that record.
I mean,
think.
look, you don't have to be an experienced record seller or a record seller, period. But to know that you should disclose that the record looks like this.
Well, you're usually good about this, Mike. I looked through that seller's what they had to sell.
I know
They
they had
look like they're a garage sale finder.
I thought I took a risk on it. I totally took a risk, and I messaged
what was your
messaged him, and
correspondence?
he's going to refund me everything. So I do have a record flattener, and I honestly think I probably
I
can
think
get
that
this
might be
playable.
beyond the record pie.
You can flatten it, but it will never play. There's no way.
But
That's meant
other
to.
than that, the vinyl. I mean, there are some marks.
Oh,
but
other
I
than
mean,
the fact that it's
I would have been
sold
really
out.
happy if this were
But-
flat. I'll just say.
What
Have
did
you
the
played it,
guy?
though?
What was
You
the
should just
guy's?
frame the cover.
What was his response
Cool.
to you? That's my question. What was the
He
guy's?
his response was basically like sorry, and he had some excuse that he got like 1,000 records and he just put them up and just didn't think about it, which is whatever. I mean, like I said, you could feel that there's something wrong with that record off
Yeah.
of that. So
Can
like,
you show the cover again?
so anyway, he's gonna refund me.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ray
he just didn't
Charles
look
could
at the
see
record.
that record was messed up, man.
The stylus just needs good shocks, and then it's fine. It'll ride it. You know, it'll ride.
Girl cover. So anyway,
Shocks. Yeah, man.
there you go, Rob.
There's an
Excellent
oil can
story.
help that, man.
Excellent.
That thing's
I
tough.
told you I found
Your next
I found that
Substack.
record. I found
That
that, for
one
20
hurt
bucks.
when you showed us that in the chat. That hurt my heart.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am going to try to flatten it, so I'll report back next time I'm on the live stream and let you guys know how I make out with it.
What do you think about this comment?
Yeah, there we go. So I did pull some records while we were talking, so I just wanted to show these really quick. So this is great. This is Pepper Adams on Enja. It's like I think an early 70s session in Germany. And I think, Chris, you recommended this, Jazz Bum Chris.
I don't have it, but I
you don't- oh.
Notes
I don't think I
and
have
tones.
them.
Notes and tones.
Yeah, nuts and tones. I have almost every record he put out, especially
It's
later.
also
Like,
on
I don't have
Inner
that one.
I recently was looking for stuff to auction and sell, and I was like, maybe this one. And I put it on. I was like, no way. Keeping
No way,
this.
dude.
It's
No,
really
that's
good.
And it's dirt cheap.
Yeah. So
You should
Another-
auction off that Capitol record just for the Jazz Bums lore.
Pepper Adams.
You can autograph it.
Yeah.
Since we were talking about Bayard Lancaster Con Jamal, this is still in stock. It's like
I need to
dead
buy
stock
that.
on the Cadence website.
Yeah.
Dwight, Jamal, Inner Heat, and you can get this for like $17, and it's
Dwight Jamal.
Dwight
yeah.
James.
I'm sorry, Dwight James.
Hey, Mike, you want to know something interesting? That label Cadence, they
Yeah.
use unfinished covers of that album that they still have lying around as filler in some of their
Yeah.
packages.
But I listened to it earlier this week because a few guys were mentioning that they were getting copies. So I pulled it out, and it's a great session.
Actually, Joe just texted me that he wants to take that Surge record to the Bob shop and try and trade it in.
For
right, I'll just-
for an
I'll just
LP.
go-
I'll swing by Mike's place on the way there. So.
I'll show two more. I got this
You did
Liberty
one.
Stereo of Nuke's Time, and it's just a wonderful session.
What's which label? Which one?
This is the Liberty
Which,
Stereo.
which label? The,
Oh, it's. I think this is maybe the West Coast pressing.
I think that's what I have. It sounds great.
It's excellent, and it's Philly Joe Jones on drums, who is like amazing on this record.
Yeah, that's of the Blue Notes.
Unbelievably good. He plays a solo on, I forget the song. It's the second song. As the Attic Raise, I think it is a Kenny Dorham track. And the way he comes out of his solo and they all move in is unreal. It's one of the best drum solos I've ever heard. It's so good.
Yeah, that's in my top 20 Blue Notes. That
Really
kicks
killer.
ass.
So happy to get this one. This was cool. And it's super clean. It's like excellent.
Sonny also just has the coolest covers out of everybody, I swear.
This is his last Blue Note session, I think.
Yeah. It's a sweet picture.
I think he's asleep on that cover.
No, you're asleep right now.
But this was one. I think this was recorded stereo, but they put it out in mono.
Yeah, I don't think there was a stereo till that Liberty.
Do you know,
Yeah.
did Music Matters make a
Yeah.
40, just a 45, or did they do a 33 too?
I have the 45 of it.
I got the classic series. I like it. Sounds good. It's a great record.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
And the classic series is a stereo?
Oh, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Really
Okay,
good.
and one more. This one is a second pressing Paul Blake quintet on ESP disc.
Oh, cool.
Garage.
It's got a Dewey Johnson trumpet, Eddie Gomez bass, Milford Graves drums, Paul Blake piano, Marshall Allen alto sax.
I'm scared of that now.
It's a burner. Yeah, don't be scared of it. It's good. It's called Barrage.
I've been burned by every record I've bought that had Milford Graves on it.
What's really nice about the early ESP disc is like they're like the Folkways jackets, where they have that wraparound on the black cardboard mat. I love that style.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
this
for
is
Chris and I, the first strike is Milford Graves. The second one is ESP disc.
It's fair. I love free jazz though. It's just some certain shit, man. It's just too far for me.
this is a deep groove plastolite, by the way.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It's
Well,
the
yeah.
second pressing. First pressing has red label, and that's 65. This I dated, and I actually updated the Discogs on it because there wasn't a year. They said it was just like a repress of the first, which it might be, but the labels match 1969 if you look at like label discography. So
There's
I
also a
updated that on
difference in
Discogs.
the cover, whether it's mono or stereo, because I have a copy of that, Mike, and it's a black cover. And
Black cover.
I can't remember what the label, because it's been a few years since I bought it, but
Oh,
it was.
interesting.
I noticed like it was like one color was if it was stereo and one color was if it was
Oh,
mono.
that would make sense.
Well, this is, I think this one is the stereo. Yeah, this is the stereo copy.
Okay.
But this is also ESP disc. What's the number on it? What the hell? It's a 1008. So it's number 8 in their catalog. And I have a number of the early titles, and they all use this type of jacket, which I love.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
an
I think-
early one.
They
They
put
should've
out
kept that.
like a certain. I think there was like 10 or 15 that went out like the first year alone. Like it was like it was just like a mass. They all went out at the same time, and then after that, it was like copies or releases went out after that. So
Mike,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have the French of this, the French version. It's stereo, also stereo.
Cool. Nice. All right, folks. We got some serious business to take care of. So we have a new.
Let's talk about Muse first, because we have the poll,
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to the poll.
and let's just talk about the.
I'm going to have to jet pretty soon, but
Okay, man.
I'd love to hear what the poll says.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to it.
Yeah, no, we need to make a disclaimer about the poll first, I believe.
Okay, hold
We
on.
might-
Okay, so we have 96 votes. So get your votes in. We're closing the poll soon. 96 votes. So let me just go through what it is. So the Muse reissue title I am most interested in, that's how the question's framed, is Roy Brooks, The Free Slave, Kenny Barron's Sunset to Dawn, Carlos Garnett, Cosmos Nucleus, or none, right? So if you're not interested in any of them. So 44% picked The Free Slave. 15% picked Kenny Barron, Sunset to Dawn, 11% the Carlos Garnett, Cosmos, and 30% are not interested.
Well, none and not interested. That's not the same thing.
I would
Or
want
what-
the one I want is the one that I blew, not getting for $60 because I thought it was too expensive. Was
Joe
it like
Chambers?
the Almoravid,
Isn't that Joe Chambers or something?
Joe Chambers?
Hmm.
Yeah, but
when I voted before I got on, it was 50% that none of them were interested in them. So glad
Yeah.
that the numbers went down, but it was
Yeah.
that Carlos Garnett, you just never see. Like, and for me, like I've seen The Free Slave probably 4 or 5 times, and I'm not saying that then means like it's not as great, but
What's
like I've seen that record before, and I've never seen any of those Carlos
Is the
Garnett.
Carlos
Yeah, the
Garnett,
Garnett
one with
records
him
are-
walking and it's a
are
big
tough.
painting?
I have 3 of the Carlos
Yeah.
Garnett records.
Just never.
I think
I've
he did
never
5
seen any
for-
of them. So.
But
You want to show
Hey,
the
Mike.
records, Mike? You want to show the records that are coming out? The Muse ones?
Oh, I'd have to pull them up.
Yeah, the Barnett hasn't had a reissue, so
I'm
Yeah,
most of the way
right,
through
that
your
too, right.
interview. Did you talk about the Joe Chambers record with him off camera or anything?
We
What?
didn't talk about specific titles with him. He
No.
really was a pretty
Okay.
tight lid on it.
You
But
know,
he already put out.
who
He
the
already
audio
put out
engineer
most
on
of it.
that was
Yeah.
George Clavin.
This is the one. This is one of the
Yeah.
best trio records.
Yeah.
I think we did mention that one. Oh no, that's coming out.
Coming
sorry.
out,
Yeah, that's the Kenny
Oh.
Barron.
People be happy. This is a
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
this is a winner. And it's not
All
really
three
a
of them are really good
it's got
choices.
Yeah.
percussion on some
Right.
tracks.
Yeah, I
All
got.
three of those are great.
There's
choice.
Carlos Garnett. I have 3 of his records.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then,
that's the one that they're redoing.
no, this isn't the one they're doing.
No.
There's my free slave. I have all the Kenny Barron. They're all excellent on
Yeah.
mute.
Movie in blue.
So we can agree that like Zev or whoever picked great titles, right? Like these are the I mean, I don't think that there's a stinker here. They all need to be reissued, and we can all be happy that this isn't the end. It's not just the 3. Like these are
Oh,
I think these are
absolutely.
great.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree. And I think honestly, like that poll, 70% of people were interested in one of them. So given, we do a bunch of polling, most of the time it's like, 25% of people saying they want to get something. So 70% is
you know
pretty
what's
good.
really nice though about it is they pick titles that are very expensive to get originals of, as
Yeah.
opposed to muses that are $5 to $10.
Right.
That's the deal. That's if you want his interview, that was his deal to put out the hard to find ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through them. So this is the Carlos Garnett Cosmos Nucleus. I don't think I've ever seen this. Maybe
Actually,
maybe
I haven't seen that ever
I
either.
didn't know it existed.
What are the prices for that record?
Couple
So
hundred
there's
days.
2 copies. We'll go through all the details, but there's 2 copies. VG plus 225, and then one in Italy for 350 euros.
Yeah.
And all these records were only pressed really once.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
Pretty much.
let's see. So it's a 76 Dimensional Sound New York, and it's a big group. So I won't go through everybody, but there's a lot of players on this.
All right.
Yeah.
I got to take off, but thank you for telling me about that Decca Mike Taylor releasing the trio and pendulum. That is amazing. I'm so happy. So
Say hi to Donald for us.
Huh? I'm gonna get both of those because they're both great. Seriously, Trio is one of the best Trio records I've ever heard. So anyway, see you guys soon.
All
See
right,
you,
later,
bud.
Brandon.
Yeah. So that Carlos Garnett, I'll say this. That is like, it's a different sound than some of the other Muse stuff. Some of the other Muse stuff's a little bit like, I don't know, earthier or raw or something. Like that Carlos Garnett is very produced, like lots of musicians, high production value,
Yeah.
in a way smooth, but it's still killer. It's still really good.
There's a couple promos too. They're still very expensive.
Yeah.
This is the one Chris wants, Jazz Bum Chris. This Carlos Garnett.
I want that one. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
I'll tell you why you want this one.
Okay. Is it Cedar Walton's on it?
They have the classic lineup.
Paramount Hino? Oh, sweet. Yeah,
Nice.
I want that one. Put it in my pile, bro.
Nah.
All right, so there's a couple comments here. Less good than Journey to Black Love and Let the Medley and Mystery of Age is really the best track. Okay, and somebody agrees with that. Okay, well, whatever. All right, so that's one title. Is there a CD? Why is it so cheap here?
CD,
Yeah.
bro.
CD.
The vinyl has wrinkles on it like your other record.
Yeah.
So, all right, there's this Sunset to Dawn.
I'm surprised because when I started getting into all this,
Yeah.
and in RIP to Billy's Record Salon, I got my copy off of Zell, and he goes, "That was in my basket."
Look at this. What is this? What copy is this?
So
That's-
promo.
3 available. There's a no cover.
Yeah, right.
So it's going to be $100 minimum on Discogs.
That's such a great one. Also, how many times do we get a reissue where the leader's still alive?
Fair.
Yeah. So you got Richard Landrum and Warren Smith on percussion, Kenny Barron keyboards, Freddie Waits drums, Bob Cranshaw bass. That does sound great.
Isn't Warren Smith still around too? He's like 100 years old.
All right, and then finally we have Roy Brooks, the Free Slave.
Yeah.
So
now, Rob, go ahead.
This is where FOMO's kicking in because he did say it's going to be limited. I think there's going to be enough press that if people want it, they'll be able to get it. Right?
I'm gonna go. It's an excellent record, but I'm gonna say that this reissue, because it really isn't the greatest sounding record. The
Sure.
Free Slave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the reissue will sound so much better.
Probably.
I mean, it's probably, the other, we talked about this in our interview, but this is from the same time period.
It's like night and day as far as audio quality between that.
It's live. I mean,
They're
that's
both
the
live.
problem with Roy Brooks. We always have to hear him live.
Yeah. But
That
this
sounds
one's really
like the
good
mics
too.
were on stage with it. It seems like the Free Slave, they were a little further away from it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there Roy Brooks reissue, Verve by Request reissue? Wasn't like their first title? What was it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
I
What was that
wrote
one?
that. Yeah,
BEAT, beat.
Okay.
yeah. I couldn't get into that record. It was there. It just wasn't. I don't know, man. It just wasn't as dynamic enough for me.
How dare you?
His I want to say it's his first studio as a leader. It's called the Smart Set. I think that's a studio recording. It's really good. It's on like a Japanese label, like Bay State or something like that.
Did y'all know the Ethnic Expressions record that he
Oh, you
put out?
bought that. That it was reissue, right?
Yeah, it's P-Vine. It's a cool record. The audio's not great on it either. Let me show that real quick.
I think that beat record was with all Detroit guys when he did that one.
I like that one. And that was one of the only Verve by Request that I got that I actually liked.
It sounded good. It's just I didn't dig the music on that record. I don't know. It didn't grip me at all. So I moved that one along.
Dom says Artistic Truth Records, super rare one, maybe P-Vine.
Yep.
Does it have that special P-Vine needle drop comment underneath the OB?
I don't know. I didn't read it. Hang on. My gummy's kicked in. I'm struggling to use a computer. So give me a moment. There we go. Nope. So this one.
Oh, yeah. That's not a cheap original.
No, it's a great record though, man. And
that's fantastic.
I mean, you just look at some of the people on here. There's all kinds of folks on this thing, but
oh yeah,
it's great.
It's
it was kind of right up my alley. It's kind of free and funky and everything else. So, but I've got the let's see what it is. The P-Vine right here, and you can get them. So
yeah, I don't think that was reissued for a while. I mean,
let's see. I don't think so either.
Yeah, it kind of was a standalone for a minute. You had to get the OG.
Shit. Let's see.
Now there's a bunch of presses.
Yeah, like for forever, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was when I first started collecting jazz. That one was a
it's on Emo Trap. There you go.
That was something.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one right now.
You gonna buy that copy?
Fuck my rent.
Oh shit!
Well, you did. How did the sale go? How'd you guys do?
Oh, it was all right. It's pretty good.
As long as the buyers are happy, that's all I'm about.
Yeah. Did you move everything, Chris?
Not everything, but I sold a crate of records.
Well,
like
shit.
a full.
You can't complain there.
Probably almost a full cube of records. So
hey, and a week from tomorrow, I think I'm going to experiment with trying to do a short auction in the evening, my time.
Yeah.
See what happens. So I know it's Labor Day weekend. I'm just going to try. See what happens.
I'm gonna find some more craps though.
Hey, so somebody was mentioning the new Ike Quebec. What is it? It's Ike Quebec Complete Blue Note 45 Sessions. It's the 3 LP that just got announced.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
That looked good.
Well,
that looked good.
I'll get it. Yeah.
It wasn't you. I've seen the Mosaic box, which is the same thing, except the horrible mosaic of putting the songs in some weird ass order.
Right.
But I'd be interested in hearing it. I'm like with that Kenny Burrell record. I'm waiting for a sale.
Yeah, I'll buy this when it gets on sale for sure.
That'll be a late night record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so LP1 is a 59 session at Hackensack. Okay, so 59. This is the last year of Hackensack. So they have a session there, and then the next session in 1960, Englewood Cliffs. So a new Englewood Cliff session.
Who's on the first one? What's the group
So
on
the first one? We have Quebec Edwin Swanston on tenor, who I never heard of. I don't think.
No, that's Quebec on tenor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Genius.
On organ, sorry. Edwin Swanston on organ, Skeeter bass guitar, Sonny Wellesley on bass, Les Jenkins on drums.
Okay.
A summer session, 59. Okay, next one is Quebec tenor, Sir Charles Thompson organ, Milt Hinton bass, J.C. Hurd drums. So that's a killer quartet.
Yeah, Hurd is good, man.
How is this lined up? These were released as
45s. There were 45s. So, they put in jukeboxes.
Does it go that?
Is that right? So these were jukebox records.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So were they A, B? Is 1, 2, like 1?
It's probably what the master tape order is or something.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. So the next one, LP3 is.
Why don't you do the research, Rob, and let us know next week?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not the.
This is your homework.
Mike.
Actually, Whitcomb Brown should know this. Don't you have a bunch of old Blue Note 45s?
Yeah. And I made a point of getting all the Ike Quebec because the cool thing about these singles is that they were made for jukebox. Some were on albums, but there's like 2 or 3 basically full Ike Quebec albums that only exist on 45. You just have to get together the singles, and then you make the album. And they're etched at RVG, and they're it's just they're the singles. So I think I know this is put out by Mosaic, but I think it's really cool that they're remastering them. I only have the original singles that are on styrene. I mean,
does the Mosaic box? Does the Mosaic box have session Francis Wolf session photos?
I probably not. I don't know. I've never been impressed.
They would only be in the booklet that comes with it because the records are sleeved and. There's no covers.
I got that 10 LP Tristano box for Mosaic, which I do like, but I'm not really attracted to buying lots of them.
I have the
I don't have any of them.
No, I like the CD. It's just I don't understand. I do know why they did it, but I don't understand why they put them out of order of the albums. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Yeah. So also the last disc is, I just want to go back to that real quick. So the last disc is 62. So what's pretty cool about this set is that you get Quebec 59 at the end of Hackensack, then early at Hackensack when Hackensack first opens, and then 2 years later. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. What is this? Why does this say Hackensack here?
That can't be correct.
Yeah, this is incorrect.
Come on, Blue Note.
So 62, this would be Englewood Cliff. So anyway, you can kind of hear the the recording decisions by Rudy over the years, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Somebody said they would not get the CD. That's not a horrible idea either.
Yeah, but I will say I did listen to some of the tracks with Skeeter Best on guitar.
Yeah,
and he was fantastic.
Now, what style of music is all of this in the same style, like post bop kind of style, or is there he does the samba or whatever?
Yeah, it's all of that. There's some samba. There's because it's a bossa nova soul samba. There's some hard bop, and then there's I'll call it early soul. I mean, that first session was with organ. There weren't too many folks recording with organ in 59. I mean, obviously Jimmy Smith and others, but yeah, it was early soul.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like a nice Quebec ballad. That's always good.
Yeah, he's one of the best ones at that.
And then the other thing was the Horace Silver at the Penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
That also looked cool.
Double LP or single LP?
It's just one. It's a single.
Right.
That's Seattle Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked to Zev about that during the interview we had too. We talked about that a bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that video this weekend.
Yeah,
it's a killer lineup on that, right? Woody Shaw's on that.
Yeah.
Holy
shit! Woody Shaw.
Henderson.
What year is this recorded? 65.
So this is 65 Seattle, with Woody Shaw, Joe Henderson, Teddy Smith bass, Roger Humphreys on drums, performing uninhibited renditions of Silver Classics, Song for My Father, Cape Verdean Blues, The Kicker, and what is this?
Sayonara.
Sayonara Blues, thank you. And No
Oh,
Smoking.
that'll be fantastic.
No, Chris probably knows this more than me, but I remember hearing that Horace Silver didn't like live recordings. Am I right about that?
I don't know.
Does anyone
Well,
know that?
There's not a
I
lot
don't know.
of
He
them.
did. Yeah. Well, one thing that Zev said is when he saw Horace Silver that he would bring an extra suit for the second set of the night because he would sweat so much.
Yeah.
And if you look at this picture, I mean,
He's sweating, dude. Yeah.
he's sweating.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's
Listen,
sweating.
man.
Well, when you're the piano player, you get the house lights on your, that they're on you the whole
Yeah.
night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That you get the big light shined on you, and that those were hot. The
So
hot
were there?
lights.
So there was the live at Birdland with Horace Silver. That was like the early Messengers formation with Clifford Brown, right? But was there any other Blue Note live Horace Silver?
I don't know.
I mean, there was Cebu. It wasn't the one with Cebu live. It was, right?
I'm sorry. Is that the Sabu one?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The one where he's like doing this with his hands. Yeah, there you go.
No, those are studio sessions.
There are two of those.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
There's the blue cover one and the orange cover one.
So those are actually the 10-inch reissues. The four 10 inches are those two titles. Yeah, the Sabu one is the trio, the volume, the 10-inch volume 1 and 2, and then the blue one is the quintet volume 3 and 4.
So there's doing the thing now. That one is live.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Doing the thing for sure.
Yeah,
That's
that is
totally
one.
it.
That's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
live album. That was an 80.
That's a good record.
A Blue Note 80.
Who's on that?
Gene Taylor, Roy Brooks. How about that? Yeah, Gene Taylor, Roy Brooks, Junior Cook, Blue Mitchell.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't find my copy. Anyway, that's a cheap one too. You can get like a nice early pressing of that.
You know what's funny? So you saying that reminds me. So when I was living in Austin, like 2013 was kind of when I first started really buying stuff. And there were two outside of Jimmy Smith. You could always get Jimmy Smith for $10 in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
But you could get Doing the Thing, and then the other one was Finger Poppin'. You could get those for like $20 or $25 routinely in the store. And I remember like at one point I had like 3 of like each of them because I was like, I'm going to keep buying this every time I see it. But
I have the Finger Poppin'. It has a beautiful glossy jacket with the gold stereo sticker.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
That's awesome. I love that look. That's great.
But yeah, so a lot of reissues coming out. So Chris, we got yours, the Pepper Adams, Zev with the Muse. Has anybody picked it? What's up?
Do you want to do that Verve?
Let's go through the Verve thing.
I need to jump in 5 minutes.
I did find this one for $20. Not that
you guys
long
could
ago.
do it without me.
I'm gonna cut it off at 9 because I gotta do stuff too, Mike.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. So we'll just go a few more minutes.
Let's just go through it real quick.
Framed.
Okay, yeah. We'll go through the announcement. We won't.
Hey, and if anyone's in LA tomorrow, the
okay.
Vinyl Con's happening. If Alex, if you're going, hopefully I'll see you there. I'll be there for the early 10 a.m.
All right, cool.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, let us know what you find, dude.
All right, so so Rob, you sent me the press release of this.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
got
get-
the press release from Universal.
So I couldn't find it online, but then I searched before the live stream, and Fremer posted the press release on Tracking Angle. So let's go through this. So Verve Label Group and UME announced Verve Vault, a new audiophile vinyl reissue series, definitive HQ pressing. So this is going to be, I'm assuming this is all like the
It's
AAA stout and nice pressing.
It seems like it's them taking over what Chad was doing for them.
So they got Ryan K. Smith, and where are they pressing? They don't say where they're pressing.
Well,
But that's okay. Okay, so pressing Optimal, and I'm assuming it's all AAA. I feel like that's table stakes at this point.
Yeah, it's
If you're going to say
AAA.
it's the definitive version, it's got to be AAA.
Here's the thing. Dig this. They also said they're going to be tip on jackets, and they're only like $28.
Oh yeah, the price point. So they're $28, which is
They're
pretty
probably
amazing.
having that Mexican company that does like stout and do it, right?
I don't know.
So they gave us what they're going to release for the end of the year and into next year. So should I just kind of read through them, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the inaugural batch is going to be this Dizzy Gillespie Sunny Side Up, which is
so that record is Sonny Stitt and Sonny Rollins and Dizzy.
Yeah.
That is a fucking awesome record.
Yeah.
Everyone should get.
Yes.
Dizzy sings on this too, of course. But yeah, it's got Rollins with Dizzy. I mean, that's
Every
pretty
time you
epic.
find an original of that record, it is thrashed. You can
Yeah.
never find
I don't have it because every time I
did
find it, it's
I did some. We got to move through this quickly, but I did some research today just on prices, and and I looked at VG Plus or Nearmint. You can get a VG Plus copy of this maybe for like $45.
Okay, I'm going to give you the best cheap heat way to get that Sunny
No,
Side Up.
because we got to go through all these records. We only have 5
let's
minutes.
go.
I'll tell you.
Hold on. Here, so we're not going to go deep. So we have Joe Beam, the composer of Desafinado Plays.
Yep.
Then
hang on. That's about a $35 record to get too.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. You see that record all the time. It's not hard to find.
Okay. Then you have Stan. So in November, they're going to Stan Gets Focus, 1961.
This
Did you know that a lot of people like this record?
And
hate that
record.
It's affordable.
Yeah.
I hate that record.
It's not a good record.
No, I don't like it. A lot of people love it. I think it sucks.
Kenny from Kenny's audiophile loves this record. So
I'm sorry, Kenny. I love you, buddy, but I hate that record. The next one's cool. The next one's not expensive either. You can get a $15 decent copy.
Yeah.
But, is this the infamous sandwich?
That's not the French kissing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the sandwich one.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm totally buying that.
December, we get Max Roach Percussion Bittersweet.
Yeah, Vinyl Me Please put that out, so that's the one I have.
Okay,
those are not those are about $40 on Discogs for the Vinyl Me Please.
Yeah. This is a great title. Four for Train, Archie Shepp, great title.
Must buy. I have the mono and stereo, but that's a must buy record.
I have a stereo, and it is a really good record.
The only cheap way to get that right now is there's a 1995 reissue that you can get for about $30. But I would buy this over that. This next one's a total snoozer that's like a 50-cent record. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking there.
All right, so then next year, January, Dinah Washington, What's a Difference a Day Makes? What a Difference a Day Makes, 1959.
Yeah.
And then Blossom Dearie, Give Him the Ooh La La.
I don't have that Blossom Dearie record, and I'm a huge Blossom Dearie fan. I have tons of her stuff.
It's a great
to get a U.S. pressing of that Blossom Dearie, you're going to spend about $180.
Whoa.
It's expensive, yeah. Dinah Washington is like a $3 record. I mean, I love Dinah Washington. I'm glad they're giving her some.
Blossom Dearie is a bust buy.
The Blossom Dearie is cool.
All right. Then we go into February with Sonny Rollins, Brass / Trio 58. Yeah,
that's a great
Wasn't
record.
This like an MGM session? What's the deal with this session? Is this a Verve title, or is it? I thought it was RCA.
It is RCA,
but I think originally it was MGM.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Which owns Verve?
Then the next one in February.
Hang on, the Sonny Rollins is like a $15 record for a nice.
Yeah, it's not. But that trio side is pretty damn cool. Nothing against the brass side, but
the trio side's amazing. Yeah.
One of the great things about Rollins, like I showed that Nuke's Time, he does a duet on there with Philly Joe Jones, and like on his Riverside title, The Sounds of Sunny, he does a solo tenor, and then he has his trio piano list. Like he's always playing with formations in a way that I love. Like that's one of the fun things about collecting early Sonny is that, because not too many people do that. They usually kind of go in to at that time period. You kind of settled into.
What's next? You're getting
Sorry. All right, let's keep going. Then we have Stan Getz and the Oscar Peterson Trio. I don't have this. I'm sure it's great.
It is good. I've got a Japanese copy that's okay. But yeah, to get a US copy of this, it's $40-$50 minimum right now on Discogs. So it'll be
Chris
cool.
Brown, what do you think of this title?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, anything Stan Getz did on Verve is pretty solid. So
yeah, for sure. Did he not play with Oscar Peterson too much? Is this like a one-off?
I don't know. I don't know if he had a routine group. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 58. Okay. All right. And then finally, the last announced titles in March are Gabar what I can't say it.
Barzabo.
Zavo, thank you. Spellbinder.
That's
66.
That's a good record.
One
And
of
then
the
we have
best.
Pharaoh Sanders Elevation
So I
1974.
recently bought the Pharaoh Sanders off the wall at Amoeba for $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here's what I don't think people talk a lot about with the Impulse records. I don't think it originally was a quadraphonic pressing.
Right.
I don't think there's a non-quadraphonic pressing of that album.
Right.
So this one would be, and it's a live record, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's a quad.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about this list? Like what the high level kind of thought on
I'd
this?
say 4 titles are must buy for me. 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I own.
There's probably 5 or 6 that I'm gonna get for sure.
There was one I was interested in, I think.
Real quick on that Sunny Side Up, the cheap heat is those early 80s mastered by Robert Ludwig twofers. They have the kind of painting drawing covers of all the Verve. So there's one called Dizzy Gillespie with his face on it. And that has the Sunny Side Up, and it sounds excellent. It's mastered by
really?
Yeah. And that's you can get that. That's a cheap way to get that record.
Oh yeah, you can find that for like $10.
Chris Brown, as a content creator, what titles here get you excited to do a video on this, or is there none?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say for my own sort of collection, the ones that I want, I have original pressings of, with the exception of Sunny Side Up, and that's a big highlight here. So I'm excited about that. I mean, I'm personally a fan of anything Wes Montgomery does, so anybody who doesn't have that should get that. The win here is that it's like $28. I mean, what other all analog? I mean, this is like a Blue Note Classic kind of copy, if you will. It's cheap. It's all analog. Feels like the right people are.
Sounds like it's going to have a little bit of a nicer cover than the Blue Note ones, which
Yeah.
It would be cool if they did that in the Classic series. Obviously,
are they going to be gatefold though?
Yes,
all of them.
No.
I don't know about all of it. Some of them it said would be gatefold.
Okay, well, some of them originally were gatefolds,
Yeah,
but I hope that I prefer non-gatefold just for space reasons. Honestly,
that's fair.
I think the West was a gatefold.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The sandwich. It's a gatefold.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sure they would redo the gatefolds if they
or for Train, obviously, Impulse gatefold. So that's definitely one, and so is the Max Roach. Oh yeah, so here, okay, let's look.
And
there's some.
I gotta drop,
right? Like the other last Verve announcement we had was a subscription thing, and some of those titles sucked. I signed up for that.
Oh, the Verve by request.
No, not Verve by request.
Garbage.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Verve
they had
Record
the Coltrane. They started off with a good one.
They did. They suckered me in, and then I spent too many months before I canceled it. I finally
canceled it. Here's my impression of the meeting at the Verve office. Hey, Shirley, you're the secretary. You take over this subscription service.
That's a good point. Before we get out of here, so now UME has 3 Verve reissue series: Verve by Request, the Verve. What is this? Record Club, and now this new one.
Going to go south.
They should just consolidate it all to this new one.
Verve by Request is pressed at Third Man, correct?
Well, hey, hold on one second, Chris, and all of you. Am I going mentally insane? Which everyone will say yes.
Did you already say this?
That Love Supreme Mono, wasn't that introduced as part of that Verve Record Club? Or am I wrong? I swear to God it was. They initially came out and said, you get this by joining the Verve Record Club. Then they changed it like in 2 days.
I don't recall that. It's possible that they put it out and then they pulled it. The one that I was aware of was just the what was it, Ballads? No, not Ballads. What was the one that it was the self-titled, right? That was like one of the first.
And it's a good one. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that session. That's a good session.
Yeah,
Great cover too.
what I'm interested in is whether they're pulling, is this the same remastering that was done for Vinyl Me Please? And do we know if that's still going to come out? That massive, what was it, like 25 discs?
Okay. Obviously, you didn't see the serial killer typewriter letter.
Oh, shit.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Did you see it?
I saw it, yeah.
Incoherent nonsense rant with pictures that I think were dead bodies disguised as record boxes.
And I like the fact that Teddy was on last week and gave his 2 cents on VMP. That was fantastic. Mike, did you get to see that episode? It went like 6 hours.
You're on mute, Mike.
Yes, I saw. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I hung in there because it was like a 5-hour episode.
Yeah,
so,
we went almost 6.
But
over 5.
I hung in there for like probably 3 hours or so. It was a great conversation. I was so happy he joined.
He showed his Polaroids of Sun Ra when Sun Ra came into the record store he worked at in Kansas City to perform.
Okay.
And the 7-inch. That was he had never even shown me that.
All right. Dave, you mentioned that Verve by Request is that third man. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we won't even mention that. I feel like
it felt like
yellow vinyl.
It feels like they're going to have to reissue every single one of those titles from Verve by Request.
Yes, because they picked some of those titles were excellent. I mean, great titles.
Here's what's funny about it. It's like, and Chris could probably say, like, we are doing this record, our first record, and we feel like we haven't misstepped because of whatever, blah, blah, blah. The Verve by Request is such a weird ass misstep on every title. Like, I have the one Farrah Sanders title. If you dive deep in it, it was mastered by the guy at Abbey Road. What's his name? Miles Showall. Because the only tape they could find was in England. So they had to master it there. There was no rhyme or reason how they put this together.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this looks like, Chris, like you said, the price point really is a key thing here. It really makes it in play. Like, they have access to great tapes. They're doing it in a way that's, really nice. And for under $30 is pretty great. So, I think it should do okay. I did want to show one record before we get out of here because I was really happy to find this. What?
One guy wants to come up for the next 5 minutes that we're live.
Oh, you're going. I just wanted to say.
No, get off here.
Oh wait,
did you kick him off?
This is the only fun.
Where'd he go?
I knocked him off. Put him
Bye,
up.
Bye, Rob. Bye, Rob. I'm leaving anyway.
Oh wait, your router.
Mazzy, we're shutting it down. All right. Well, let me get in here. I do want to show. I do want to take over the stream just to show this one incredible record. So happy to get this. It's in excellent condition. 1956. Lee Konitz with Warren Marsh on Atlantic. This would be. I think Rhino Hi-Fi isn't going to go for jazz because I think they feel like it's a harder sale. However, this would be a great title for them to pick. It's an early Atlantic on the 12,000 series. There's a few Warren Marshes, or there's one or two Warren Marsh, there's one or two Lee Konitz, there's Lenny Tristano, and then there's this Lee Konitz with Warren Marsh. And all of those titles I really do want to continue collecting because they're all part of the same school. There's a bunch of players like Peter In and Ronnie Ball that play with these guys, and they all have this amazing style. And this is like a linchpin of those Tristano school records. So got an original pressing of this in absolutely gorgeous condition.
Damn, yeah, that's nice.
Jerosa Records for $60.
It's good.
Oh, Jerosa, man. That store's great.
It's a mono because it's 56. And
now it sounds good because those.
Oh, it sounds fantastic.
Those pressings are very iffy.
Well, this sounds great. And look, you know how I am. I'm not the pickiest person in terms of like sonic performance, honestly. But to me, I mean, this sounds fantastic. This is 56. So if you put it into context, like what other labels were pressing and how those records sound, I think this holds up. I think this is really good. It was Tom Dowd is the engineer of this one at Atlantic. And they pressed that. Where do they press this at? So I'll give you some So the producer is Nishui Erdogan, which I think he's responsible for like.
It's Armand Artigan's brother.
I think he. Well, anyway, engineer is Tom Dowd, and then the studio was Atlantic Recordings. The cover photos, the great William Claxton, and then liner notes by Barry Ulanov, who I'm not. That name is familiar, but I'm not sure how I know him. And then they do a Lenny Tristano track. They do a Warren Marsh, a Ronnie Ball, an Oscar Pettiford, a Charlie Parker. They do Donnelly by Charlie Parker, which is awesome. So like the key here is they do, it's like this Bach style counterpoint playing. And I'm reading notes here, but like, it is like this, like weaving, this frenetic weaving of the horn instruments. And I sometimes hear Phil Woods do that with John Erdley. I've heard them play like this before, but it is such an amazing style. And it took me a long time to like appreciate what this record is, but it is absolutely a killer. And I think there is a reissue out there by that European label.
Well, I have a Japanese, so you can always find a good Japanese copy of that record.
Yeah, but it's like perfect condition. I'm so
nice
happy
to find that locally too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
It was just sitting there. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
that store's great, man. Every
It is
time
great.
you find stuff in there.
It's my secret weapon.
Yeah, you gotta have that, man. You gotta have the honey hole.
So what do you guys think of this?
What was the Marsh record with the green cover? That was on Atlantic, right?
Yeah, well, it is kind of green.
Yeah, I had that record and it was warped really bad. So I had to get rid of it. Yeah.
But I do want to get all of those titles. They basically recorded those guys for like a 2-year period, and all that stuff is worth checking out. All right, so I'm going to close it up.
All right.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Chris, good luck with your label.
Oh, yeah. Looks great.
Do I have it here? I'm going to drop one last link for people in the chat. So it is Gamut, GAMMAUT.com, and you could pre-order the Pepper Adams on Mode 45 audio file spectacular, put out by our friend Chris.
You get a bottle of Bordeaux with every order.
Go mall.
Go mall. Go on. All right, guys. See y'all later.
Take care.
Thanks.